We are live with another Season 12 Top 32 match. Today I have Hypernova. He's running a Spider Foes list. He's bringing Crimson Dynamo, Cassandra Nova, Rocket, and Doctor Strange. And up against him is Diomlord, and it looks like he's going to be running a Guardians of the Galaxy list with Thanos and Psylocke, and it looks like he's bringing CGR into the roster. So it's going to be an interesting match. The winner advances to top 16. Joining me today is Jim Gradwell, another top 16 player in this season. How's it going, Jim?
Yeah, great mate, great mate. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. The weekend, I just got off work, so I can't wait to spend the weekend just hanging out, relaxing, and recharging, and also getting some MCP. And so I'm really excited for this match.
Delightful, delightful. Are you streaming any other games this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm hoping to stream. Let's see how long this game lasts, because there's another game in 3 hours. I would love to. I'd love to do, but
You're a
there's another
madman.
one at
You're a madman.
there's another one at 6 a.m. tomorrow for me. So there's a couple. There's a couple that I have my eye on. Let's see if I can get them done. But we have Hypernova won the priority role. Let's see here. CGR is a monster character this season. He's like the big bad, and so getting any advantage you can against him is very helpful. And winning priority is usually a good strategy, good tactic that people try to employ. We have Hypernova playing Infinity, Riot Spark, Scoundrels. He just drew Scoundrels, and we have Diomlord on his extracts. He gets Researcher. Oh man, it's a pretty
Jesus
wild.
Christ.
It's a wild difference here. 15 threat, 20 threat. That's kind of crazy.
We played this Crisis Core.
Oh yeah, we did. That's right. We played at 20 threat.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I mean awful. I mean it was pretty wild. It was it was like the biggest comeback I've ever had, because you had me like on the ropes and I had to like pull it back. It was wild. It was very wild. And
Great
so
content.
yeah, so we have Matt is already in the chat. Trap House. All right, we got some Spider Foes already in the chat, rooting on their bro Hypernova. He's been playing Spider Foes all season. This is both players' second time making the cuts, and so they're both experienced into this into the high level, like having to play against really high level opponents. Like usually the people who make cuts are very strong players. I mean, like I would say like all of them are. And interesting thing is that Hypernova went 5-0 into the first 5 games, just like yourself. And so like his last game, he didn't have to worry about winning or losing. He was already in cuts. And and Diomlord, I forget when he lost his game, because he went 5-1, but but interesting thing is that he won 6 games in a row in the Europe second chance to qualify. So he in his second chance and his regular season run, the Swiss run, he's gone 11-1. It's insane. So he's on a really hot streak right now in the TTS leagues.
Yeah, and he made the cut last season as well.
Yeah, I think. I think he went season 10, because I played him in season 10.
Right.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, that's right.
Hypernova
Yeah.
won in season 11. So made to finals in season 11. So they're both very recently have won. Can we get a peek at the foes roster? It's already gone, but we have Cassandra Nova and Doctor Strange and Crimson Dynamo as splashes in the Spider Foes. Other than that, it's like the pretty standard list.
Yeah,
Guardians.
you see a lot of
Yeah.
Doctor Strange cropping up in Spider Foes these days. He's yeah, I wonder why that is.
I think he's just
they
got.
they got a WhatsApp somewhere.
Yeah,
agreed
I
to do
think
it,
it's I think it's just like he's got everything you want in a Spider Foes character, at least from like the Trap House kind of type of play. Like you've got he can place characters with his ability, which triggers Mysterio and Goblin. He's got the Pierce, so it's like it kind of compounds the defense dice when you can reroll their dice as well. And then he's also got the midline grab with Eyes on the Prize, because he can generate 3 power on a medium moving medium base. And he also has like attack options that are the foes don't have that much of, right? Mystic attack, it's like really on Mysterio only, and you've got Doctor Strange So I think like he's got so many great little like synergies that let him play really well. I mean I think we're gonna see Crimson Dynamo here just because it's because of it is what it is here. You're gonna have lots of characters just jumping right into the middle, and he can throw down beams pretty effectively in on Researcher.
Yeah, so it's lots of little things with Strange for the spider foes. I was just worried I was missing something
Yeah, yeah.
glaringly obvious, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, himself, like Doctor Strange the model, is awesome. I played him in Convocation recently, and I was able to get the books up on a bunch of physical attacks, and that felt really nice. I was just converting wilds like crazy, getting that extra power.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just like
I've
awesome.
played a lot of Convocation,
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
but I find him so stressful to play. You're just your butthole is clenched the entire time while because he's just like the absolute linchpin.
Yeah, I know that's it's pretty. I can understand that being the case. But then, like when you roll those wilds and it's like no blocks, I get power. Like those felt so good for me. Like I'm imagining it like the same thing for you, right? When you get those, it's just like you feel like you're invincible a little bit.
That's right. But why it's so stressful is because it obviously you defend so well against mystic attacks, so nobody bothers attacking you with mystic
Yeah,
attacks.
yeah,
But because it's only 3 dice for energy, you're actually not that reliably rolling wilds.
right.
So think in your mind, oh yeah, he should survive this attack from Rocket, but it it just compounds the swinginess of MCP dice even further. This is he never takes 1 damage, he either dies or takes nothing. So it's just so stressful.
Yeah, I can understand that. Actually, I'm interested in probably playing Convocation at my next event. I think I'm thinking about it. It's one of the options. I play next weekend at a 4 round event, so I'm thinking about doing that.
Right. Are you going to try and squeeze anything spicy in there? I think Cosmic Ghost Rider. I
I
think
like
he's
the
a good.
problem. The problem is
He.
it's in person, so I don't own the model.
Okay, you haven't. You were partaking in the embargo, not spending, not,
Yeah.
not rewarding AMG for them for their atrocities.
Yeah, the it's funny because like he's literally the only model I don't own.
Yeah,
But I mean honestly, it's just a matter of timing and my budget for the models just hasn't worked out in CGR's favor. I mean, I would have him, and I would bring him in Convocation. It's so dirty, but but yeah,
yeah. I think he's quite good in Convocation. I think because he gets the a ridiculous mobility from the leadership,
yeah.
and if you are degenerate enough, you can play playing the Poldak with the spender and just like one shot 8 threat models.
Matt says that I would never play the current meta terror model. Yeah, I know. I'm always anti-meta. I never pick the strongest pieces. No, that's not me. Jeez. Yeah, I
Are
mean,
you playing the Cosmic Ghost Rider in your cut roster focus?
well, I knew my opponent was bringing a CGR Guardians list, and so I figured that I would just do the same. If this, I would just do the same. I didn't want to overthink it and be like, I'll bring 6 models that have counter aspects to them into CGR. I'll just bring CGR, and then well,
Well,
I mean, I also brought Luke Cage. I was like, I'll bring CGR and Luke Cage into Guardians, and then that way I maybe get the edge. And that's actually how it ended up working out.
genius.
So yeah, I was able to keep my models alive slightly longer and squeak it out. That got me into the top 16. But like I'm uh I don't know. He makes me nervous. CGR makes me nervous because of the whole point scoring thing. In my roster that I played, it was like a pay to flip. If I win priority, it's a pay to flip team. If I lose priority, it's a Cosmic Ghost Rider team. Just like trying to think
Yeah,
of like how to not how to have an advantage if I win or lose priorities. Like kind of what I was thinking about when I was building the list. But we have the teams out now, and we have Hypernova's playing Green Goblin, Rhino, Mysterio. With Cassandra Nova and Crimson Dynamo, he's bringing Brace, Sacrifice, the Grand Illusion, Mental Domination, And another card, I think, or he forgot to select it. I'm not sure. Anyway, we have a Thanos Guardians list from Diomlord. So he's not bringing CGR today. And he's bringing
What a
Thanos.
gentleman.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I said there'd be more than 12 CGR wins in the Top Cut games, and I'm looking a little wrong. I mean, like it's making me nervous that we're not getting as many CGR as I thought we would.
So it looks like they're playing 20 threat, I guess, from the
Yeah,
what's come out here.
totally fair. Exceptional healing is great with Cassandra Nova. She has 7 health with healing factor, so trying to prevent us any spikes from going through. It's interesting. Thanos is really good into the Trap House team. So it's a very, I think that Diomlord has the advantage is what I'm seeing, just because tricks and traps, if you roll into Thanos, like you have to roll 2 successes to do 1 damage. It's both for both Cassandra and for Mysterio. So we'll see how that plays out. We have, which gems do we have on Thanos? It looks like, oh, it's both the reality and space gems.
Yeah, it look just from looking at Lorenzo's roster, he's looks like he's got the tools to win the researcher quite consistently. But I'd maybe be concerned about his ability to shoot into the other scoundrels. So if I was Isaac Hypernova, I'd be trying to maybe not go for the researcher as heavy and try and pick up some of the scoundrel points to try and stay relevant, because I think obviously the laser guardians, so that's Star-Lord and Rocket, and
Yeah.
don't enjoy shooting into the cover that scoundrels gives. So
Yeah, I see. I agree with you there that that those models might be weaker in this matchup, but I think that I mean Thanos is obviously really incredible. He can do a lot of things on his turn. He can be flexible as a control piece, and he can with his like pushes and throws on his attacks as well as his cosmic portal and space gem, and he can also and then Bill's obviously like a very strong model with displacement options available to him. And so yeah, I think like we're gonna see Diomlord utilize those uh, that a lot to really keep the foes team from being able to like double attack Diomlord's characters. He's bringing We Are Groot, Indomitable, Power of the Cosmos, Recalibration, and Fallback. Power of the Cosmos could be a big play here. It's an area attack card, and it auto pushes when damaged. So it pushes when damaged. So Thanos is going to be able to do an area 3 attack, 6 dice energy, and it might be able to displace multiple models at the end of an activation, at the end of the round, to swing the VPs in his favor.
yeah, it's also extra chances of using the reality gem
Yeah,
by
exactly.
getting more attacks. So yeah, hopefully, I think if you can get a big three characters is probably enough to make that card super worthwhile playing.
Yeah.
So interesting that we're seeing Rhino as well. Nothing to no extracts on the table.
Yeah, that is a good call
He's
out. He's
just
got the terrain throw.
yeah, he is just a very very good character. But interesting to see that he cropped out.
Yeah, I wonder what else he could pick here. I think that I'm sure that Hypernova drawing researcher here probably wasn't ideal in his mind, I would imagine. But yeah, so Rhino has it like he can attack multiple times. He'll probably can attack twice a turn. He's got the only problem is like the cover, right? Like he's going to be if he wants to change positions on the board, he's going to be attacking through cover. Now you do have this Spider-Foe's leadership, which can somewhat negate it, but it's still I just had a bad experience with Rhino recently. My game, I had lost a game, and Rhino did like not enough damage. Like 3 turns in a row, he whiffed his attack roll, which prevented him from being able to play this as a robbery, and it was not fun for me. So I'm a little nervous about the damage output that Rhino can put out there.
Yeah, he's a bit of a snowball character, isn't he? If you can get the early power, then next turn you can afford to stampede and throw a bit of terrain and get more power from that. And he does. He can get out of hand, but you're right. If he doesn't get good early results from his builder, then he can struggle.
Yep. The other thing that is interesting is that because he is a size 4 character and Thanos' attack has is a wild throw on it and it's unlimited size, I believe. It means that we might end up seeing Rhino get thrown into his own characters. Beta Ray Bill also has a size 4 throw, so let's see if Diomlord utilizes the size of Rhino, the character size of Rhino, to do more damage uh, into Hypernova's characters.
Yeah, absolutely. Great call. I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to second guess Isaac, but yeah, right. Rhino does look a bit not optimum here without having this is a robbery on the table and being
It's
a
fun.
size four
It's funny because
size
last
four boy.
time I doubted last time Isaac played on my stream, he brought Mysterio to a Extremis console match, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I don't like the Mysterio pick." And then Mysterio was like one of the MVPs of the game. He really so yeah. I mean, I'm saying these
Incredible.
things, but like the uh, Isaac is a really smart player, and he's really he's done really well in the games that I've watched of his. So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a lot of really smart decisions here. And either player could take this. They both have experience in winning, so we're gonna see what Isaac does on his first activation.
Yeah, I've played Isaac a couple of times on the just on the friendly looking for game TTS scene, and yeah, he's certainly a great player and loves his spider throws. So,
Yeah, yeah.
could you just pull up mental domination? Is that the card that she shares with Jean Grey?
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, so this is a combination of advance and get an extra attack.
Yeah, it's a kind of complicated card, but it's a free. Basically, you pay the power, you get a free attack, but the way it works is that you choose an enemy character within 3. You get to move that character, and then your attack that Cassandra Nova is doing is measured instead of from Cassandra Nova. It's measured from that character you just moved. But also, the interesting thing about it is that you can also attack the character that got moved because they are technically within the range and line of sight of themselves. It's a pretty interesting card that can catch people off because you don't see it too much, but you do see it a lot of times when Cassandra Nova hits the table. It is a very powerful card. Usually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is good. So I guess and it adds the physical of the character that you move to the attack roll, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it starts out at 2, and so if like Beta Ray Bill, if Cassandra Nova plays it on Beta Ray Bill, she'd get to roll 6 dice into the character she decides to attack. And the key thing about it too is that you can re-roll your opponent's defense dice. So it's like Goblin's leadership, but for every single success they had, not just one success.
Wonder if there's anything particular he's planning there. So I guess this might be a good way to split up Rocket and Groot, and so Cassandra Nova could, in theory, make 3 attacks into Rocket without any Groot bodyguard,
Yeah,
couldn't she?
that's a fair point.
Um,
And re-rolling, you could re-roll out like his cover away from him, right? Like he gets
oh yeah,
yeah,
because
sure, he gets 2, but one
yeah,
of them is cover. All right, we'll re-roll everything. There goes your cover.
yeah, very good shout. I think that might be what he's cooking up there.
Yeah. The other thing, there's lots of great uses for it, and that's what kind of makes a good card is that like it's flexible and strong. It looks like we're seeing Isaac considering putting Rhino on the point right away. I think what he's considering is the fact that if he gets attacked at all, he gets onto the researcher. So, and also Rhino is probably it's like we might not expect Rhino to be able to attack anyone round 1 anyway. He does have the shortest range of the rest of Isaac's characters to deploy or to activate. So I think that's why he's choosing to go with Rhino here. Biokinesis is great into big potatoes. That's what Vodka Blitz says. I think that's a spender. What is bio? Oh no, here it is. It's Cassandra Nova's root and slow. So it's like firewall, but Cassandra
Awesome.
Nova has it, and the difference is that you have to pay more power for it. But the other difference is that it's unlimited. You could do it to multiple characters in a round, whereas Pyro's ability only can do once. But yeah, it's root and slow on Thanos. Um, like or
She,
Bill
she
Bill
has a
too.
yeah. He hates that, and she has another little spender, doesn't she? That advances people. I
Yeah,
imagine that's very
yeah,
good.
that mind
Very
possession. We'll see if she like
yeah
double attacks with mind possession. You get to advance the character to their own speed.
yeah. And Mysterio has the similar thing.
Yeah. So the one thing I'd be worried about going into Thanos here is the fact that um we're on Nova's clock. Let's see here. I'm not sure if Vodka Blitz wants to jump into the game and be the accuser, but that would be helpful. Um, Otherwise, Nova might be under clock pressure after round 2. Yeah, they do need one. I can DM you the login or the game information. This is all right. Okay, so it looks like Diomlord is. Hold on, do I have Jim? Are you still there?
I am it.
Okay, good. Okay, looks like Diomlord is staying back. He's activated. They've both just put their characters on the 4 points here. Are we going to see a range 4 hit into Groot? Oh, looks like Diomlord is being cautious enough not to let that happen.
Yeah, I think Diomlord has got the advantage here on turn 1 of the last activation, and the range on Isaac's attacks is such that he can't really threaten a great deal. So I think Lorenzo is quite comfortably going to be able to activate last with Thanos and win the researcher and the scoundrel that's there to probably win the first round 5-2 without actually having to make any attacks.
Yeah, it's very nervous. Like I think if I'm Isaac here, I'm nervous that I'm gonna have to dive my opponent's Guardians team because of that point lead that he's gonna generate after the first round.
Nasty. I don't know what the answer is there. I guess you could just try and stick Cassandra and Dynamo on the central researcher straight away.
Yeah, maybe you might have
This
to.
doesn't sound great, does it? But you might just have to.
It's tough. It is tough. Maybe you save Mysterio for last because like getting Grand Illusion up on on round 2 might be like what you need to do. And so it's like maybe having Mysterio like on the middle point might have been better, but um, I don't know. It's tricky. You're going to lose researcher no matter what if you're even characters. So um, I don't really have an answer to this. It's Thanos is just so powerful that there's really not a lot you can do. You might have to have alpha strikes. We have a sacrifice into Rhino. Interesting.
This is
No cover
can
for
get onto
Isaac.
but you could probably get onto the researcher with Rhino.
I think that's exactly what he's thinking. And look at that. He only takes
Yeah,
1 damage. That's like best case scenario for him. We have a wing and a token on Rocket though, so he might consider doing the reroll. Okay, we've got 3 total successes into 1 block. It's Rhino taking 1, gaining 2 power, and getting a short advance, and probably putting him on the point.
It'd be close.
Oh man, it's tight, but I think he can get there if he goes all the way. Yeah, it looks like it. It's close. Oh, look at that. Oh, hold on. You got to pull back a little bit. But I think
Genius.
there
What?
you go. Well, you're on the point. Looks like they've agreed to the placement is good. So, oh, we got a Vodka Blitz adjusting the stream for himself. Oh, here we go. Oh shoot! Did he put on? Man, he put on the top down view. Vodka Blitz, do you put the top down view on? You like the top down view? Let's gotta look at my chat here.
Yeah, I'm not a top down,
Okay.
not a top down enjoyer. Can we get rid of that?
Yeah, let's get that. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. I got some comments. Then he can move the researcher back towards his own baseline and totally force spider foes to come in. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Joe Manji doesn't like the turn 1 sack. It's genius until Thanos activates and double taps Rhino. Yeah, there we go. So I agree that it's very interesting, but I think that you kind of need to do something. Otherwise, you're just slowly losing a points game. I think that Isaac is um like I think that Isaac is like, all right, well, he's trying this. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I like it. I think it because he has priority, so it's not like the worst case scenario Thanos double tap that's followed by the KO next turn. So he can he will wake up. Even if he does days, he will wake up with a shitload of power, be able to throw a size 4, place and move a couple of times and make 2 big attacks, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm Rhino, I'm like trying to. My goal is to take out Star-Lord. Like that's what I'm thinking. My round 2 is going to be with Rhino because he's like the squishiest one. You're not attacking into Groot, who can just heal the damage anyway. That would be my target with Rhino. He's really good at picking off those like backline characters that are squishier.
And it has meant that he will, if Thanos does double tap, that it'll be Isaac that scores the researcher in the central scoundrel.
Yeah, that's fair. That changes things.
It's a huge swing from 5-2 one way to 5-2 the other.
That's a very fair point here. I think that if Nova does get that 5-2 lead, that could be that'll change everything around as to what we thought would happen on round 1. Okay.
I think it's a great use of the.
Oh, look at that! Wow, and now he's taking no damage with that cover. He does get the. So we got. Sorry, we've got a reality gem Thanos here, so that's a little different. But Rhino takes. What am I seeing here? I'm seeing 2 damage. Oh, did he not use cover? Because he rolled 3 blocks into. There it is. He fixed it. He did get that cover save.
With his Rhino's positioning right up against that little bit of terrain means that he can't be thrown into Dynamo if Thanos gets the wild.
Yeah,
I guess you could throw him.
That's a very good
Goblin.
Point. Yeah.
Throw him into Goblin.
He probably throwing into Goblin's probably the right call just because it gets him off the point, and Goblin doesn't have brace online because of the sacrifice play, so it would make sense if he did that. But he didn't get the wild, so he ultimately he didn't get the wild, so he didn't get the throw. We have now we have Thanos on the researcher here. I don't know. I think that he's gone to displays. Okay. So now Cassandra Nova can't make the switch here. She can't. They can't win the researcher. It's going to be stalemated if unless Cassandra can like body block Bill from contesting. But I don't think that's possible.
That's what he's.
Yeah, he's do look at that. He's already measuring the body block, seeing if he can get it. I mean, maybe you try it. Maybe you try it, but um. The other option is doing a mind possession attack onto Thanos, but I think like Cassandra Nova typically doesn't want to be at 0 power next round. She needs to get that 2 power to start using her kit. So I think that's why Isaac is opting to go for the body block on Beta Ray Bill. I think Bill has enough room to squeeze in there, but I think it's either way. It's like it's a good strategy. Let's see if it worked out. If you're Hypernova here, I think you're really happy with the 2-2 split here. Much better than the 5-3.
Oh yeah, definitely. 2-2's still probably favours the Guardians being low. Yeah. Next turn Thanos will have, and the Guardians will get a lot of attacks. Yeah, Power of the Cosmos looks tasty already.
Oh yeah, that is very that is interesting, and Thanos did enough damage to start charging up. He's gonna have 3 power, 6 power next round, so he definitely could play it if he wanted to. Let's see what Bill does here. Is he risking? He needs to get 1 damage through on Cassandra to be able to throw her. And so he's thinking, do I risk going for damage? I think it's risky because you are attacking into cover. You do have a wing in it. It's if you miss this, it's a problem. That's why I'd move Bill. Maybe he's seeing that he can't get Bill there, but it looks like he could. It's interesting.
The range isn't a problem. It's
the placement.
fitting
Yeah.
base, but he probably can.
Oh, we're doing the attack. Interesting. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's the only thing we could do here. Yep. So it is an attack from Beta Ray Bill. We're having a death's decree. That makes sense.
That's probably better. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boom! Big hit. Holy moly.
Gross.
Yeah, that's 3 damage at least, and he hasn't used a wing in it yet. Oof, 7 and jeez Louise. She is she could get 1 shot right here with the 2 conversions. And there it is. Dude, 1 shot. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely wild. Wow, Cassandra Nova. Here we go. Diomlord dice. Jeez. That was incredible. Holy moly. That is a big I can't even believe it. Oh man, yep. Oh man.
Oh, he's gonna throw a size 4 for banter now.
Yeah, that's I mean, he could just throw a size 3 into the size 2, and it does stop like the terrain destruction that that Nova could set up. And he's opting to just throw the size 2. I think. I mean, you could just throw it at Rhino, I guess. Okay, yep, throwing size 2 into Rhino. I think you just gotta take this. You're about to get like Rhino can get thrown into your characters. You just have to roll on this one.
It seems like really lucky from Diomlord there to, and obviously it is to one shot Nova. I think it's an example of what like good MCP players do is they take that what looks like a risk, but the upside is so massive that there you were saying that if he doesn't get the damage, then he loses the researcher and he goes 5-2 down. But the
Yeah.
upside of of what's you
Oh
only
yeah.
need one power to throw, and he actually got 7 or whatever.
That's right. There was massive upside. Yeah, you're right. There was massive upside.
He's given himself the opportunity to be lucky.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Oh man, yeah. So we're going to go with a into 2-2 here, with Nova having priority. Hypernova. Let's see
Sandra Nova
what happens here.
not looking great.
Yeah, man.
I guess she has exceptional healing.
Yeah.
But she probably still is likely to go this round, isn't she?
Well, at least she's maybe gonna hit biokinesis on Thanos and Beta Ray Bill. All right, like you can get root and slow on both of them. Maybe that helps you.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I'm not sure. I think you have to like kind of pull her back. Maybe the problem that she has right now, though, as well, is that her psychic distraction, which is like tricks and traps that Mysterio has, same ability basically. And that's that you're dealing with both Beta Ray Bill and Thanos, who both can reduce damage to 0. It means that she is likely not going to be able to be as hard to reach as she would against characters that don't have the ability to reduce to 0. Like these are like 2 of the worst characters for Cassandra Nova to go against. And Juggernaut being a third, terrible for that to happen. So I'm nervous for Cassandra Nova.
Yeah. Does Alvic just try and dump into Thanos immediately then, with his kit? Cassandra Nova probably survives Thanos activation using exceptional.
Yeah.
So can he afford to activate somebody else first and try and go with that character followed by Nova into Thanos and try and daze him?
Yeah, that's totally fair. I think you're right, and I think you're kind of in a position where you maybe go with Rhino first and like try to deal with Star-Lord. It's pretty tricky. Like because Rhino's not going to activate. Rhino, I don't think Rhino activates if we're seeing a mind possession or something like that from Cassandra. I think was what we're measuring. The clock's paused. The clocks are paused right now, so I'm not sure. If I think they gotta get the clocks going again.
Is there anything to be said to letting Rhino daze? I've always enjoyed having the last activation research station. So with the displacement that Nova has with Cassandra and
if Rhino dazes, you lose you activate first, right? You don't have last activation of Rhino dazes. I think if you want to have last activation, you need to
you need to do the dazing, yeah. So
yeah,
I know, yeah. I was just testing you, son.
Yeah, so if Rhino activates on early round 2 and takes out Star-Lord, it means that Hypernova will have last activation unless something changes. And that's probably what he needs to be in a position to pull the researcher back into Dynamo and Mysterio. Ultimately if he can pull the researcher into that side of the board, it's going to be it's going to be very good for him. It's crazy because if Cassandra Nova took exactly 1 less damage, or 1 less success happened on the roll, he would have done exactly that, and it would have been challenging for the Guardians team to punch damage through later in the game. Oh, actually, it's tricky. I just realized that pulling the researcher into your zone is also a bit of a gamble. Let's see what he does here. I think he's looking at a mind possession. and do a tricks and traps on Thanos. I don't like it. I don't like that because you need 2 successes on it. Yeah. Here we go. That's what we're seeing, right? Did he do the attack already? What am I missing here? Oh, he's doing the card. Mental domination? No. I think they're doing the mind possession, but they did it early, too early, is what just happened. They're figuring it out. Joe, what's happening? I think they did mind possession, and I think they advanced Thanos. Oh, what is going on? I don't know what is going on. Okay, I think there was maybe lag on our side, but Cassandra Nova paid 2 power for something. Okay, this is, I don't understand what is happening right this second. We're technical difficulties here. Mental domination being looked at, but how did Thanos get brought back? Like, that's the question, Vodka Blitz. Maybe you can help us out here. How did Thanos end up where he is now? Did he roll? He didn't roll any dice. Mind possession from Cassandra Nova, but that's an attack. I didn't see any attack dice roll. Are we missing the attack roll? Okay, well, here we go. Here is a mind possession attack. Oh, yeah, there. We did miss it. Oh, Nova cleared his dice before the successes showed up, so he must have whiffed on it. I think that's what happened.
Right.
Okay. So we've got 2 mind possession attacks into Thanos, pushing him super far away. We have Indomitable being considered, which would stop the advance, I believe. Hold on, no, it's pushes and throws. Let me see what the card says. Would be push or
doesn't
thrown.
work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work on advance. Yeah.
All right. So maybe there we go. One thing going Cassandra Nova's way. I would have liked to see. The problem with biokinesis here is it would have put him at 2 power, which also wouldn't have let him play exceptional healing. So the problem with Cassandra Nova's kit is that it costs like more than 10 power to do everything you want to do. And we're seeing a mental domination being played on 3. So he is going below exceptional healing's power cost to play this card. He's gonna activate Beta Ray Bill in this. And looks like he's probably attacking Star-Lord. Interesting.
Yeah, this is. I guess does Cassandra Nova have flight? Is she vulnerable to Bill's spender?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's I think Bill is like the worst character for Cassandra Nova. It used to be Juggernaut. It probably still is Juggernaut actually because of his Juggernaut's ability to avoid being advanced. But Bill's just he's also not that great. Okay, so we have mental domination on Bill. If Bill attacks himself, can he advance off the attack? And he can, right? He can advance towards Cassandra Nova because she's the one doing the attack.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So the question is, who is the mind possession attack going into? I think I would like to see it go into Star-Lord, but it's funny because anytime this card is played, like 3 minutes of clock or time is having to spend for both players to be on the same page with how it works.
It is a good couple of paragraphs, isn't it?
Yeah. Kernstall says new Ultron is also immune to the move. There we go. So
and Deadpool as well.
Yeah, that's right. And Ultron counts wilds as double against mystic attacks too. So all right, we've got a TTS crash. That's fine. We're gonna live with that. So I'm going to use this opportunity to switch to my overlay, my new overlay here. All right, Jim, can you see this? Can you see this overlay that I just put on?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, everyone else can. You can check out my stream, and it's just like
a.
But anyway, we're gonna get this fixed. I'm a pro. I'm a pro. Let's see.
Love it. I'm just gonna go grab a drink, Lucas. So
Perfect.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. All right. It always crashes like right when you right like at a key moments in the game, right? Right when we're about to roll on mind possession. I think the mind possession is just like it's too text heavy. The computer couldn't handle it, right? So let's see if we. Oh, it looks like Hypernova lost internet connection. I'm seeing him. He dropped from the chat. Is what I think happened here. We'll get him back in a minute, folks. Create. Crunstall joined late. What were the rosters? We have Isaac playing Spiderfoe list. He brought, Guardians and Foes. That's right. Isaac brought Cassandra Nova, Crimson Dynamo, and Doctor Strange as his 3 splashes into a pretty standard foes list. Nothing else too crazy. And then we have Diomlord playing. He had Thanos. He had Guardians list with Thanos Reality Space, which is what he brought, and then he also splashed in Psylocke, and I don't remember if he splashed anyone else, but it's I mean it's pretty. I think like pretty much there's nothing crazy in terms of. Psylocke interesting. I wonder what the Psylocke tech kind of thinking is here. Mystic into Rhino, Mystic into. I don't know what. I'm not a big fan of Psylocke. I can understand where she's valuable because I've played against her with a Steve leadership, and he does not like Psylocke at all. But I don't know what the. I'm sure Diomlord had his ideas on like what was thinking is bringing her into the roster, maybe from like a mobility character because Guardians are not very quick. Like Rocket and Groot aren't very quick characters. She gives others mystic attack, so that's pretty cool. I remember that card. Yeah, she can. I think there's like rerolls in it too. If I don't remember exactly, but it's a decent enough card. Let's see if we got this game back up soon. Okay, well Hypernova is back connected, so it looks like we've got it here. We can probably get back in the game. Okay. All right, so we might be. We're getting this loaded in now. I can switch back my overlay like a professional here. So how do I do that? I just click this. And boom, there we go. It saved right before the crash. Look at that. That is awesome. The only problem is now they're probably going to be playing like with real life. And it's a real life game now because you have to put tokens beside your characters or on your mats, basically. Pretty funny. We have to operate like we're in the Stone Age now with like a tactile game. Man.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I deleted the dice tray once.
Oh, that's hilarious.
roll the dice manually.
Okay, how will they cope? Yeah, Stone Age gaming here is what's happening. They're having to. Okay, let's see. We have big roll. There we go. That might be that's quite the roll. Let's see if it converts. Oh man, now he's gonna do a full reroll. You reroll everything because Star-Lord. Hold on, he attacked Bill.
You need to share the.
Okay, I'll share the screen again. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Yeah. Let me get that set up. Okay, I don't know what the defense how the defense roll worked here if he rolled defense, but let's see. I don't have the clock. I gotta turn the clock on maybe. There we go. Okay. All right, we're waiting for the rerolls on the target rolls their defense as usual. Nova can reroll their blanks. It can reroll it can reroll anything that the defender has. We have 6 successes. It looks like there we go. Hypernova is now rolling all of everything except for the hit. The problem is like, wasn't the hit cover? Like that's the question is like, did they remember cover or not? We'll see what happens when we put the damage through. He's got 1 block net now, is what I'm seeing. We also have a Spider Foe reroll. That's pretty cool, unless he used it on Mind Possession, which he looks like didn't. So he's going to also, because he picked up a block die, so he's also going to reroll the extra result that came through here, I think. It's a really cool card. You just can't whiff the attack roll, right? Like you basically have very little defense when your opponent plays this card, so you just need a decent attack, and then the card is really good. So 1 block, I think 1 block. They have to figure out the cover situation because I didn't see Isaac roll all 4 defense dice, but we're seeing 1 block into. I don't know. Is this start? This must have been Bill who took the attack. And now I don't know which characters are which.
No, that's Star-Lord because Bill's the one with 8 power.
Okay, so we have 6 successes into. So the cover, interesting that he didn't goes before rerolls other defense. Yeah. So the way this works is attack. Cassandra Nova attacks, can do any rerolls she wants on her own dice. Well, I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but the defense dice are rolled. They get to do the rerolls on their own dice. And once we're at that part, yeah, there we go. He forgot to reroll the cover. So then,
yeah, or maybe they applied it afterwards.
Yeah, no, I think what happened was Diomlord knew he had cover, and he's like, "Which dice do you want me to reroll?" And Isaac probably said, "Just reroll all your successes, all of your all your shields, all your blank or whatever, all your shields, all your mystic, all your crits." The only thing that's a problem here, it's very finicky because technically, if you wanted that cover, you should have modified the dice face of your dice to show a shield because that's what cover does. And by not doing that, you're kind of in a gray area where it's like, if Isaac said something like reroll all of your successes, you know what I'm saying? It's like Diomlord is like showing 3 successes, but really he has 4. There's a little bit of a it's not being played as cleanly as it should.
It's a very hard card to play though, with cover and winging it and plucky attitude and Spider Foe's rerolls.
Yeah,
you're gonna miss something.
Yeah, I think like really, if you wanted to play as cleanly as possible, you'd basically remember the number hotkeys that change dice faces. I think it's like if you press if your mouse is over a 7 on the die and you press the 7, like the not the number pad 7, but like the 7 above your letters on your keyboard, it will like manually change your dice face for you. It's like I think.
Wow. We're learning. We're all learning.
Yeah. So I mean, the problem is that if you did that, the games would last 30% longer. And so a lot of players opt to just say, "Oh, this plus cover."
Yeah, I think we do that in real life, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's like exactly. All right, so we have a shock going out to Cassandra Nova. She took 3 damage. Ouch. At least she has exceptional healing online. Star-Lord has. Let's see if he must have done a spender. That's how the shock was allocated. And
he spent 6 power, so is that double spender that he's done?
Yeah, it looks like he must have double spendered. Okay, we're seeing exceptional being played here. Takes 1.
That's rough.
Yeah. It is rough because she has also already activated, which means that she's not going to get healing factor until round 3. I don't know if I don't think she survives by the end of the round. I think she's off the table by then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, what Isaac has going for him is that Rocket and Groot don't appear to be exerting much pressure. They don't have their silly card, whatever that's called.
Yeah. Well, Deadly Duo is not in the game.
Yeah. So Rocket is just making normal attacks into cover, which doesn't feel so incredible.
Yeah, I agree
And
that I agree.
Groot's obviously not doing so much here, but I think. Do you think, judging from where Thanos is, that a space gem and a medium move gets him back onto the researcher?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's tricky.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, Guardians are quite the team, eh? They're very, very powerful. They've got some. My gosh, they're very strong.
Yeah.
They're flexible. They're strong. Bill is like, he's just a monster.
Yeah. When Bill dunks 7 damage into you, that's a problem. He's normally the least offensive Guardian.
Yeah. What are we seeing here? I think we're seeing an adjustment on the power and damage levels of Cassandra, is what I thought I saw. Okay, looks like whose clock are we on? We're on Diomlord's clock. He's got lots of time, so he's just hold on. We're on Diomlord's clock, and it's Hypernova's turn. So hopefully Vodka Blitz catches that. Maybe I mean, they might be playing on like sometimes if you've accidentally used your opponent's clock or whatever like that, you like it's kind of like a gentleman's thing to do to let them play a turn on your clock if you've forgotten to switch it over. But all right, we've got what do we have here? An attack from Nova into Beta Ray Bill, who rolls only 1 success. And that's not good because Beta Ray Bill has the power to reduce, so it's like rolling the foe reroll. It's not going to do much other than make Bill pay a power if it creates a success. And it does, so Bill's going to pay 1 to take no damage, I would imagine here. There it goes.
Yeah, which power does that leave Mysterio on? Is he 2 power? He's the second character down.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Who else would be? I mean, he could be the second last character. I can move the screen though and look. Actually, he's the 4th character down. So he's got 3 power. So that's blank.
So I think does that put Gun's Illusion online for next turn?
Yeah, I think because it costs 4, right? So
4, yeah.
It costs 4 power. Yeah, so he'll have it next turn.
Okay, that's pretty good. He's in a good spot for that.
Yeah, I agree. He's right beside the researcher. So let's see. Interesting. I guess the mind possession on Thanos also helped avoid Death's Decree from a Groot attack here. But Thanos only has 2 power, so it's like if you he can only do it once. Maybe he activates Thanos earlier than last activation, and that way he can just do that displacement, or like he can get the power to do more Death's Decree in the round, maybe. But I mean, with Thanos out there, he's like safe to activate last without taking damage, and then just like moving, he could just double move and like Space Gem one of his characters into the middle, and then Cosmic Portal an enemy character off the middle, and then boom, there you go. You've just won the researcher, and created problems.
How many power is Power of the Cosmos? Is that?
I think it's 4. 3? Let's see. What we got here. 4 power. It's quite a bit. That's a
Yeah,
round three. That's a round three play is what I think it's shaping up to
yeah.
be.
It's quite low scoring though as it is. I'd be tempted if I was Diomlord to just pump Thanos' power into more Death's Decree.
Yeah.
So just get him in, get him back on the researcher, make an attack, and then
Yeah, fuel
use.
power.
Yeah, just it's so low scoring. He's so far up on already.
Okay, so we're getting we're getting Bill into Cassandra Nova. She has stealth, but Bill's in within range 3. So, and she has flight. I think are we seeing the 2 power spent? Did we see a 2? Yeah, we did. We saw Summon the Storm into Cassandra Nova here. Big 4 successes into effectively 2 blocks with cover. It means that she's dead. She's already dead, is what I'm seeing here. Ouch. There it goes. Round 2, Cassandra Nova KO'd. That is going to make it very difficult for Isaac to win here. Your less model counts. Oh man. We're doing another Summon the Storm into Mysterio with a Death's Decree on it. Rolling 8 dice with 2 rerolls. Does he have the Wing It token still? He does. So 4 rerolls. 8 dice, 4 rerolls. Ouch. He paid the power. Oh, he also paid the power to make Mysterio roll 1.
Oh
man.
God.
Okay. And here's the second reroll too. So it looks like Mysterio will live, regardless of what this dice roll does. But let's see how much he puts through. Wow, 6. He put 5 through on Mysterio. Oh my dear. Oh man. The foes are ouch. They're taking heavy damage here.
Yeah, this Bill has been obscene. I've just realised that Isaac actually picked 4 characters with flight.
Yeah. That is wow. Yeah, you're right. That is a problem. Bill's gonna just be he's gonna be putting in work.
Especially because he got 7 power on the first turn from that hilarious builder. This is one of the really frustrating things about Guardians is they get you in so many ways. Is that you have to squad construction and like roster building. You have to account for Thanos. You have to account for Ghost Rider, and then Bill just slips under the radar, and he's really good too.
Yeah, there's so many things you have to like build around. Like as someone who tries to play as competitive a list as possible most of the time, it's like I feel like my ability to build a list is like narrowed, is like very narrow. There's just half the field of models I can't bring to the table if I want to win against strong players. And I can't afford to play a leader that isn't that I think is average, an average character. If the leader is an average character, it's a high cost. I feel like it's a high cost to bring the model to the table. Now, of course, players do play affiliations that are not as strong as other ones because they like them, and that's where players like me who don't really care at all about any characters have an advantage because I'll just play like the best stuff with like no hindrance to my roster selection. So we've got Rhino, who is a really strong model. He has done a Stampede attack. It looks like it might go into Beta Ray Bill, who has no damage reduction, no cover. Let's see who he's attacking here. 3 dice, so it's going into Star-Lord, it looks like, with 3 defense. And look at that. Nova rolls massive roll. And let's see if he throws into Beta Ray. Hold on. That was into Star-Lord. Okay. Beta Ray Bill does have power. My bad. This is going to be challenging with no... Beta Ray Bill has 1 power. This is challenging with no heads up on the characters. It's like, oh man, I can now... Wow. I think do have to.
So I guess he. So I guess this does get him last activation, doesn't it? Even disastrous as Cassandra Nova's death was, this does get Isaac the last activation.
Yeah. So
But
it's okay.
he's already activated his characters who have displacement. So I think if he
Mysterio
still
has
had,
to survive. Mysterio has to survive to get it though. That's that makes me nervous.
but no, Mysterio has already activated, hasn't he? So he's
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. So hold on. So Isaac
yeah.
has Isaac has just Crimson Dynamo and Goblin go, and we've got Diomlord has Thanos, Rocket, Groot. So Diomlord still has last activation. Yeah, Krunstall says that
Yeah, well,
Bill is. It isn't like Bill is hard to remove from the board. Oh wait, yeah, exactly. Uh, Bill has like how much health does Bill have on both sides of him? He's like a 9/7, right? With damage reduction, like he ends up being a 9/7, just like Cosmic Ghost Rider, in a lot of situations. That's kind of crazy for a 4 threat to be like basically be a 9/7.
is that how the math works out?
I don't know. It just
Adding
feels that way. It's just a feeling.
a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It feels like he's a 9/7.
yeah. Well, he's certainly up there with. He feels comparable to King, even though Kingpin
Yeah.
has one more samurai on each side. It feels the same, doesn't it? With the damage reduction.
Yeah, he's definitely it's crazy how similar their kits are, but how much better Beta Ray Bill is as a model. That medium move like changes like just turns a character from a potato to a lightning bolt. Just that crazy? Like
Yeah,
the same base size, just one. It's just the math, the way the distance on missions and all that works, and
and
it's
his
crazy.
throw is size 4 versus Kingpin's 3 as
Right?
well,
Yeah.
which is. I mean, maybe we're getting away from that meta now, but for a while it was you being able to throw size 4 was pretty special.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Okay, so we have 2 activations left for both sides. Rocket did some damage into Rhino, but didn't kill him. He's living on 1 health, and looks like Dynamo is trying to aim. Looks like he can get a beam here. I can't. I don't think Rocket is on the point, but you try to get this range 2 place maybe instead of having to move.
I don't think the range 2 place would maybe
Yeah,
allow him
think
to
it's too
get
short. Yeah, it looks too
his
short.
base. It's close, but he'd look pretty silly if he didn't get it.
Rocket has cover regardless. Yeah, totally fair. That's right.
Yeah, Lucas, come on.
Dude. It's good. This streaming these games has revealed how bad I am at this game. The because I just like say a bunch of stuff that just isn't true, and I'm
Yeah.
trying my best though. All right, we'll
Well,
see.
you do when you have to talk for 2 hours, you'll get it all wrong eventually.
Yeah, yeah, no, for
And
sure.
boy, will the internet will let you know about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I noticed that when I say wrong things, the chat activity on my things on my streams and my YouTube videos just goes up dramatically. There's a high correlation between saying wrong things and um, getting people in the comments to talk more. So maybe I should
Were
just
you
come on the stream and like say everything wrong.
yeah for the fish for the likes.
Yeah, that's right. We have. All right. Oh, so he gets the range 2 place, but he's out of range of Groot. So you're getting 2 attacks into Groot regardless, right? Oh man, that's a bummer. You're off by such a little amount. Like you just attack into Rocket, right? Because like I'm gonna get 2 attacks either way. I might as well just stay where I am. Maybe. Let's see who this goes into because they didn't have it. It's going into. Uh, we have no damage. We're doing it again. All right, we've got. Oh man, we're gonna have no damage but a shock this time. Wow, phenomenal block rolls for Diomlord. He didn't even need it because he had that cover. He's gonna get a Goblin reroll, which rerolls into another block, so he goes 4 for 4 on block rolls on that attack. Wow, it's a bummer from Dynamo. I had a stream yesterday where Dynamo freaking was like nuking everybody, or at least on in an early round. Rich Mid was playing, and he was doing work into Drax and into Starlord with that beam, and this time it doesn't. It isn't as successful.
Poor Dynamo.
Yeah.
I actually played my first ever game against Dynamo recently. I just don't play. I don't play EMAPs, so he never comes out. But, can you believe that?
You played your first ever game piloting using Dynamo for the first time?
No, ever. So no, I've never played with him
Wow.
against him.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, I see. Wow, that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I have played him with the Steve leadership over last weekend, and it was awesome. He was doing everything I needed him to do.
Does new Steve meet your criteria of an average leader?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I need the momentum, the scoring momentum, and I don't know. I don't like these mid-range beater teams that are like five. Like I don't like a 5 wide 17 team that is like for attrition. It just I feel like it loses to the 4 wide attrition teams, and then it also gets outscored on. They're typically not fast enough to score out on scenario teams. You're in a really weird spot where you have to play scenario against attrition teams, and you have to play attrition against scenario teams. Like, I mean, I guess you always have to do that, but you're not specialized enough. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like,
yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
yeah,
You don't like good honest MCP, do you?
you're
You
playing.
need to be.
You're playing the opponent's. You're playing whatever the opponent's game isn't. You're playing. Whereas, like, if you play a team that is specialized, like you're typically playing your game every time. I like to play my game, and I don't like to. Yeah, I like to dictate how the game is going to be played through what characters I bring, rather than what characters my opponent brings. Typically,
Makes a
now
lot
of
of sense.
course I have to respond. Of course, you have to play the game, and things change, and you adapt and all that, but. It makes like when I'm building rosters and planning out things because I did a lot of turn one planning initially when I was trying to get better at the game faster, and having a team that basically just like played their game made it a lot easier to like kind of make those turn one like go through that turn one. What does a turn one look like, and how can I play it effectively? Because I had the same strategies every time, generally speaking. So we have Hypernova here going with Goblin. Looks like he did a hit and run and is moving on to the point. Let's see if he does another attack here. I didn't see if he spent the power for hit and run. No, he looks like he just maybe did just a move. Joe Manji says X-Force best affiliation. I mean, they're cool. The healing factor on them, the healing factor on so many characters means that they can play that wider attrition team, wider attrition into a narrower attrition team better than some other teams. I like it. I think it's cool. Cable getting that buff is nice.
Yeah, Joe's an X-Men fanboy. Just ignore him. He's just one.
I wish Joe played X-Force into me. Back when Cable was bad.
Yeah.
That would have been he had to play X-Men.
Yeah, Joe talks a lot about his love for X-Force, but when he wants to win, out comes the nonsense.
Yeah. It's a shame we both played we both had X-Men. People X-Men because now they're like they did so well that season that they maybe that was a indirect cause of them getting changed. I'm not a fan of the change because it means I can't play a team that is obviously strong. I think that Joe I've seen Joe comment too in the chats saying X-Men isn't isn't as strong as people think it is, but I mean, I did well with it. I think they're strong. I mean, they're strong enough to carry me. They carried me on their back, the X-Men team. X-Men team.
Some good placement by Diomlord there. What a great eyeball to land there. I
Oh
think,
yeah, nice.
Towards the end of while we were bashing Joe, Isaac was trying to body block this exact maneuver with Goblin.
Yeah,
But Thanos,
Joe Manji nailing it here. They're winning. Guardians are winning on attrition and haven't even played Thanos, or like Thanos hasn't been doing a whole lot.
I mean, Thanos' impact has been subtle, hasn't he? I think he's had a few key death's decrees to get the push through crucially the days of Nova on turn 1, and then
Yeah,
some damage through on Mysterio this turn.
yeah. Getting around 1 days, like okay, when you get around 1 days on a character, I don't know. It just like it basically auto locks you in for like having that. Like the attrition game plan is immediately turned on as soon as you get it around 1 days. It's like, all right, I can wipe you. I can, but I think that unless you've got a team that is like a specialty team or like a team that is hyper focused on attrition, um, where like you can actually days like 2 or maybe 3 characters on round 2, getting that round 1 days is just like so strong. It's like it just like I don't, what am I trying to say here? It's like that the plan is already halfway in motion when you get that round 1 days.
Yeah, yeah. It only when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound that much sooner. You know, a day's round 1 versus round 2, but in practice, it's terrifying because it puts
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
especially if you've got the uh, taller rosters that can immediately convert it into a KO.
Which is
But
exactly what happened here. And like playing basically, so Cassandra Nova got one activation where she could do attacks. And after that she's off the board. And this game is going 6 rounds because of the low scoring. Probably going 6 rounds unless one player like has one attrition, which is I mean like this is what's going to happen. Guardians are going to start outscoring and start taking more models off the board next round with the 2 more dazes. So yeah, yeah, it's we're I think that the Guardians game plan is just it's basically going all according to the Guardians the game. Like that's exactly what they want to have happen is what is happening. So it's a very tricky spot for Isaac right now. I don't know if he has the unless he gets very high successes on dice, he's in trouble.
yeah, so absolutely, he's used all the. Oh, well, he still has the Grand Illusion for next turn, so
Mm,
that's gonna have to do a lot.
yeah.
That's It's been a while since I saw that. Does he play that activation, or
Let's
is
see
it
what we got
active
here.
or power phase or?
We've got he has to spend it on his turn, but he will have priority because he's
Yeah,
getting
yeah, getting slapped.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that is good. So I guess he can open up turn with the Grand Illusion and that. How much power does his Dynamo have? Is that 0? Is Dynamo the second character down? Yeah. Okay, 0. So
Okay, so but it looks like hold who has to activate? We're on round 2, right? Um so it means that Hypernova has won the he's won the thing, right? Because he's got Green Goblin and Dynamo both are on the point. I wonder what's going on with the clock pause. We must be in the cleanup phase here.
yeah.
What are they deciding on? I'm so confused as to what is the hold up. I guess maybe I play faster than I need to because Isaac is being very deliberate with what he's doing here.
yeah, I guess he's if he has won the researcher, he's able to move it now. So that might be if he's still within the cleanup phase and off the clock. But I guess if he is moving it, he's sort of entitled to do this. I guess
Okay.
he's planning out his priority activation as well. Which
Right.
so I think perhaps playing Grand Illusion and activating Dynamo and doing this beam that he's measuring out will that's into two characters who aren't on scoundrels, so no cover, and would leave Dynamo on 4 power, so with the ability to use his disruption nonsense twice,
Yeah,
and
that's
and
really
th-
good.
and that coupled with the Grand Illusion probably beats his dazed characters. So that'd be Mysterio. Who's dazed? Mysterio and
And Rhino.
Rhino. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep them. They'd be lucky to die to Thanos in a single activation with Dynamo, Disruption Field, and Grand Illusion up.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
might be what he's planning out, which I
So
think looks pretty good.
Vodka Blitz mentioned that Diomlord has a 15-minute break here. He has a personal matter, and that they agreed to this prior to the match. So basically, Isaac is taking the opportunity to do a few points of measurement. But another thing to point out too is that so this might be if Isaac is going to have a swing turn, it's going to be this turn because the Grand Illusion also works on defense dice as well. So it means that uh, the Guardian's characters within 3 of Mysterio won't be able to when they roll dice. They'll be rolling 1 less success on their defenses. They'll only have 2 out of 8 faces will be success faces of the dice, and no exploding crits because those are gone. The only one who can kind of get out of that is Thanos because although I think right, how does I guess what's the react? Yeah, Vodka Blitz is checking the Reality Gem Grand Illusion. I think that Grand Illusion supersedes Reality Gem. But I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I think there isn't a timing window for Grand Illusion, so I think it just applies.
The problem is that
So
there isn't one for Reality Gem either because it's innate. I wish I could. I can't pull up the card here, but it's an innate power.
treats a skull as a crit.
Yeah, but because it's not like the timing. It's not like during this time do this. It's like you always.
I see.
It has an innate power on it. Okay, so Vodka Blitz has the ruling here, and he says Reality Gem will change one failure into a critical. So the Grand Illusion goes first, and then Reality Gem goes after. So it means that you
That's
do still get. I know that is so silly.
That's bullshit.
Oh man,
Why does every ruling have to favor?
I do. I know, right? It's crazy. The whole thing with the chains of Sidorak being able to uh, just basically outpoint against Emma, where you can just I'm gonna chains of Sidorak. Okay, Emma's gonna what is it called? Mind what I forget what it's called, where you can stop the pull, and then he's like, all right, well I'll just pay for it again. All right, well I'll stop it again. I'll pay for it again. I'll stop it again. I'll pay for it again. I'll stop it again until one of them runs out of power, and then Mind Shield. Oh my gosh, the fact that the fact that if Ghost Rider had um, the fact that Ghost Rider had 9 power and Emma had 8 power, you could Chains of Sidorak a character. Sorry, I guess it would be 10 to 8. You could Chains of Sidorak a character 5 times, and it gets mind shielded 4th time, but on the 5th time you get pulled in and incinerated. That's so wild. Okay, let's see. Vodka says when X-Men Gold was given cover, if you had a Reality Gem character and rolled 2 failures, yeah, you could change one of them with cover, and then you keep the second one as your crit. That's so freaking wild. That's cool. Yeah, lots of little finicky rules that players can take advantage of. Yeah. There's another game on tonight for the finals. For the top 32, it's going to be Shadow Marvel versus Andrew. Do you like to party is what he goes by on Discord, and that should be cool. That should be a good game. I wonder. Not sure who will pull that out though, but Shadow Marvel is he makes cuts and he goes deep often, very often. And Andrew made semifinals in season 10, so both players have made it deep into the top cut before. So it'll be I'm looking forward to see who pulls that one out. Hopefully I can record it, but if this game goes over, then we'll just have to see what happens after. Maybe they stream it on Discord or something. This game is already.
What personal matter is
Oh, he's
Lorenzo
picking
doing?
up his he's picking up his wife or something. He's
It's like midnight in Italy. What are they doing?
maybe I don't know. He's maybe his wife was out partying on a Friday night or something. He has to go pick her up, or he's like the
Yeah.
I don't know. His wife is had to get picked up. So but Joe says this game is already over.
Yeah, but we gotta watch. You gotta pretend to hype it up somehow.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, you could. There's still room for intelligent play, and so
Not
that's
for the Guardians.
okay. That's pretty funny, but also like, oh man, that's funny. Not for the Guardians, Christ Almighty. I don't know. You should have seen. I made some smart plays when I played Guardians. Do you? Okay,
I
all
don't
right. Here we
believe
go.
it.
We're on the crayons again. We're on the crayons again. Oh no, no. I was thinking it as soon as you said that. I was thinking crayons. Joe calls it. Oh man, yeah, yeah, that's funny. It's all in good humor. Okay, you can play Guardians and be smart.
That's the dangerous combo. But fortunately, I think there's only two of those people. So
Ah man, well we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the. I mean, we could very very realistically see a Guardians of the Galaxy team win the season. They're incredibly strong. So
I don't think it's realistic. I think it's likely.
they're the favorites for sure. Yeah. I wonder what the odds are of a Guardians
I think like
Galaxy.
half the field is playing them. And,
Yeah. I played them. I haven't played them. That was my first competitive game with Guardians of the Galaxy with CGR. But man, like I'm too lazy to think of a counter play. So uh oh man, that's rough.
yeah, there's not a lot of counterplay, mate. But I think your idea of winning in is the best.
I mean, it's the easiest. It's the easiest. It's the easiest thing to do. Let's see. What is the other 3-threat foe? Lizard or Doc Ock? Oh, okay, so we have Mysterio, and we have Rhino and Goblin are the affiliated, and then we had Dynamo and Cassandra were unaffiliated. What was the other 3-threat foe like in the list? I mean, probably both of them. I think last time that Isaac played, like his cut game is like his previous game, week 6. He played both in his list, so I would imagine they're both in there. But Lizard doesn't really do a whole lot here when you need to. Lizard's good for scoring fast scoring missions where your opponent is trying to kill you. That's like probably like the best place for him, right? He's going to be generating power, surviving, and then being able to use that power to like displace the other team. And but like in a matchup right here where you just have to like swing at each other, I don't think Lizard does it.
I'm not sure. I'd have been tempted by Lizard here. I think. Oh, obviously, I've never played Hypernova, so I don't know what. Obviously, Isaac is better placed than most to make that decision. I would have liked to have gone 6 wide somehow here, and I think Lizard might have been a good part of that. Is that he's very good at standing somewhere and not dying, and his size 3 throw would have been quite nice here. That works against every model in the roster that Diomlord was bringing. And if he could activate last and use it to win the researcher, could have been quite nice. So obviously all the characters he brought are good characters for this game plan, and he's stuck using Goblin as his only leader.
Yeah.
But
It would have been interesting if he brought New Ock into this list here, but because that means every time you get attacked, you're getting that extra power at least once a turn. Maybe that's good. I mean, you were gonna get attacked a lot, right? So
did he have Nuwok in his
I don't think so. I'm
roster?
not sure. I don't think he did, from what I remember seeing. But
I'd have been interested. I can't remember what his 10 characters were. I'd have been interested to see if he could convert Rhino and Nova into 3/3 threats. I think, and gone 6 wide. I would have liked that.
oh yeah,
I think it would have given him some options on the scoundrels, as well as last activation with even having priority in the first turn.
yeah. That I see what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
So I think with his one of the problems of his that he's I think experiencing is that he has priority, but hasn't had anything amazing to do with it. He hasn't been able to activate with priority and immediately daze somebody, because he's looking at Thanos and Bill, and the weaker Guardians are stood back on scoundrels. So he's not able to convert priority into something incredible.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Whereas Lorenzo is able to convert the last activation with Thanos into throwing things, or using Cosmic Portal to win points.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about. Is that like when you're dealing with two teams and they're both equally wide, how strong is your first activation compared to their last activation? It's a interesting thing to think about. But yeah, and that's like when you have teams that are like I said, like 5 wide on 17 type of teams, you often like that are equally as beefy as each other, or like they're all within that tight band of what they can offer. Your Alpha Strike turn one isn't crazy. Whereas, yeah, exactly what you said. Like the Alpha Strike capabilities of Thanos are pretty good here, and the last activation on Thanos is also very strong. It just makes him a very very powerful piece. And the fact that you can play him and you can run restricted cards now is pretty wild.
Yeah, he's only taken one though, hasn't he? Just Indomitable, which
Yeah.
is
Here we go. He's back.
nice. Let's go.
Joe says he could have brought the new Cabal team hotness. Red Skull 1, Ultron 2, Hela Bob. Unkillable models and a leader who can sacrifice into them. Yeah, I've seen that idea floated around earlier today or the day before. It's really cool. I like that. And also you've got that cosmic invigoration to get Ultron 2 double activation in a round if you want it. And he's got that bow on his card. He's got lots of great things about his card. And yeah, I think that it's a cool team. You've got a midline grab with Hela if you need it. It's a cool team. I would love to try that out. Maybe I do try that out at in my next event that I attended in person.
Does a Red Skull 1 meet your criteria of
no
of a above average leader?
No, he doesn't. But the fact what Joe Manji mentions though, like the fact that the rest of the team is unkillable is really interesting. The I think Ultron, the way the Ultron card works is that like if you haven't activated yet, you don't remove an activated token with when you play Age of Ultron, but you also don't gain one. I don't know. I'd have to double check that.
No, that's correct. So if you're dazed, if you're KO'd before you've activated,
You still get
you
to activate.
you still get to activate.
And you get a range 3 place off of it as well. So you can put your
Yeah.
guy exactly where you need to be. The interesting thing though is that I think the grunts are gone though for like they're removed from the board.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. But they're the shit grunts anyway. Who cares about them?
Yeah, okay, so here we go. We've got cleanup phase going into the next round. Look at that. Hypernova is winning. He's got more than double the amount of points Diomlord does. But
That's right.
in this crisis combination, the points don't mean a whole lot. They don't mean a whole lot.
No, unless he can make it to turn 6.
Yeah,
Feels unlikely.
but even if he does, like Diomlord could score up to 7 in a round or more. I mean, I guess depends on where the researcher goes too. Like that, you could go to 8.
Yeah,
You could go to 8 in a round.
that's right.
But yeah, so I don't know if you can run away anytime soon. You're gonna have to survive. You're gonna have to survive 2 more rounds before you can even consider it.
Yeah.
A little pro tip here for the researcher is that if your medium tool is touching the researcher, you can then do a range 2 place on the researcher next time and get it within 1 of the home base. So if Isaac knew that, I would have that medium tool being attached to his home researcher base to prevent Diomlord from being able to do that next round.
That is a good tip. Look at that.
Yeah,
We're all learning. We're learning.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want because you want to take it. I understand exactly what he's doing here. You want to take it away from the Guardians team to make them do more move actions, but you also don't want to put it in a spot where Guardians can all of a sudden start scoring 2 if things don't go your way this round.
It's really interesting. I thought there was 0 tactics involved with Research Station, but it looks like there might be 1.
Ah, man, that's pretty funny. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I had 2 very exciting researcher games in when I had that last run in the cuts, and they were both on pay to flips though. I think pay to flips with researcher makes it a much more complicated scenario game to play, and
I can.
yeah.
No, I agree. I've played that a few times, and it's models keep ducking in and out of the researcher to go and
exactly.
flip other points because they can get value the other secures. It is really interesting.
But I think that's like the only type of combination that really does that, because the rest of them it's like it's like a game of chicken, or it's like prisoner's dilemma situation, right? Where it's like, all right, if we both send no characters, then we both score the same amount of points. But if I send one character to the researcher, now I'm getting all the benefit and you're getting none of the benefit. So that means the other player has to send one of their characters. And now if you send 2 characters, they have to send 2 characters. And then all of a sudden all 5 characters are all literally trying to contest the researcher 5-on-5, just in the middle. Exactly what we're seeing here. And then the score is so low. Whereas pay to flips, the ducking in and out, exactly like you said, it lets you a lot more positional heavy game, because you can outscore your opponent on the pay to flips and ignore the researcher for a round, and that it's a very cool way to think about it. But we're seeing a brawling match here.
Prisoner's Dilemma, Lucas. You've given us a philosophy schooling.
Okay.
Approaching midnight in Europe. It's a bit late for that.
Let's see here. All right, we got Grand Illusion. 4 power Mysterio.
I thought this would be incredible until I realised that for some reason the reality gem trumps his card.
At least it's it completely trumps his card, but you can't explode crits, I guess. That's like the one thing. Right. So
Yeah, whoever made that ruling hates.
yeah. Oh, and he's attacking Thanos. I think that's the wrong play. Ah, man. I think he's got not 8 health and he's got damage reduction. Ah, man. I don't like it, but let's see what happens. 3 successes into. Look at that. There we go. Is that a skull? No, it's a crit. Man. That's 2 successes. Oh, Thanos takes no damage here. He couldn't re-roll with the faux re-roll though, right? So if he re-rolls with the faux re-roll, Thanos takes 1.
Can you re-roll the crit or no?
Ah, man.
Was this with the spender as well?
Oh, did he roll 6 dice? Oh, man. Ouch. That is the spender. So what does that get you? Let's see what that's pulled that up.
I think it's like a throw and a stagger or something.
Yeah, but it's only a size 2 throw. The stagger, wild stagger is what he's looking for. You're right.
Gross.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, he's doing an attack on the Star-Lord now. Okay, 3 so far. We've got nothing for Star-Lord. Those crits don't count as anything. So he's got cover at least. What's going on here? He's picking up critical dice. They're skulls. You can't modify those. So hopefully they figure that out pretty quickly. You can only, so he's going to do Plucky Attitude, but only on the 2 that are not skulls. Interesting that he Pluckied. Oh, hold on. So he elected not to take. Okay, he did Plucky and then he's taking cover now. So he's getting 2 blocks. Well, why is he re-rolling that? I'm so confused why he did that. Because he just lost cover. He just like forgot about cover maybe. I'm not sure. Oh no, my bad. That was a faux reroll probably. So we had a Plucky Attitude into a faux reroll. Nets him 3 damage on Star-Lord. He's gonna trigger the advance on Star-Lord, and then probably a tricks and traps into him as well to maybe push through enough damage to. He's opting to retreat Star-Lord.
Did you roll 1 too many dice as well? Because he's got four dice.
He must have critted. Oh, you're talking about
Yeah,
Star-Lord?
yeah. Because the crits don't explode, do they?
I think. I'm sure that Vodka Blitz is on it, but I think that he might have like picked up a dice or something. I trust that they figured it out, and I mean, yeah, I'm sure they figured it out. Okay, so it's not my job to be the table judge. Vodka Blitz has got it. All right, so don't ask me these hard questions. Okay, love it. He's going to put Star-Lord in a spot where he can't see anyone else, so he has to take a move action. And he's also going to get tricks and traps.
Nice.
Let's see if he can roll those 2 crits or wilds. Oh, man, bummer. At least he gets a power back, but that still is a bummer.
Yeah. He can probably open Star-Lord up later in the round by using Bill to throw the train. So Star-Lord can see afterwards.
Yeah, Krunstall mentions he's also still under Grand Illusion too, so that is definitely helpful. Let's see who has the winging it tokens. Here we have Rocket and Thanos and Star-Lord have winging it tokens. I don't like the Rocket. I don't like Rocket. I mean, like he doesn't need the winging it token. Maybe give it to Groot instead. I don't know. I think that you're not going to punch as much damage through maybe because of that cover.
Yeah, that's true. But the Guardians players, they have it written on the back of their hand. Star-Lord, Thanos, and Rocket.
Yeah,
so you can't. How are they going to change that? It's written on their hand.
Yeah.
In crayon. So.
Oh God. Oh man, yeah. Let's see. Looks like Bill is looking at throwing Mysterio. Um, does Mysterio have enough power? He does have two power doesn't have enough power for tricks and traps. So Bill can, yeah. It's like I think that's the play. Bill moving up, throwing Mysterio away, getting rid of a lot of the area that is affected by the Grand Illusion right now. Interesting. Let's see what he does here. Star-Lord, guns blazing, 2 health left.
Does Grand Illusion go if he dazes?
You he's injured
I,
now, so he'll come off the board, but I believe it would stay up. My understanding of the card is it would stay up, but
but he's off the board, isn't he? So he's
yeah, the KO would completely take him off. So it looks like he's
yeah.
Death Decreeing into Mysterio with a hit and run, and so he's gonna roll. What is that? That's 7 plus 4, 11 dice into Mysterio. Probably. Is he gonna pay 2 more? Did he pay extra for the shield? Let's see who he goes into. He can't. He can only pay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay, well
Oh
he still doesn't count. Like there's
yeah.
a lot of skulls
Yeah.
there. Mysterio rolled 1 die and he blocked it, so he's living. Um, what are we seeing here? We're seeing some rerolls. Okay, so they don't convert. 4. Mysterio now can play tricks and what's it called? He can play his abilities now again, tricks and traps, because he has the
Yeah.
power. So
I
that
like this.
so
He's trying to force through on Mysterio, sort of knowing that no matter who he attacks, it's going to be inefficient because of Grand Illusion. So you might as well go for Mysterio and try and get it off,
yeah,
get the card off.
the only problem I'm seeing here now is that if Bill tried to throw Mysterio away now, like Mysterio can like move, pay the 3 power to get the tricks and traps off, and then move away from Bill
Yeah,
and outside of
which
range
one?
2.
Yeah, uh, yeah, and Bill the fourth character down with the three power. So
Okay, yeah. Oh,
he could pay to ignore the damage, but then he wouldn't have enough power to throw. So that would work.
yes, Krunstall does. He does have to do damage to get the throw, but I'm just saying that to show that like there's like a small window of hope here. You just have to believe. Yeah, yeah, you have to believe. Man, it's always fun to root for the underdog or like the team that is like currently losing. You like to see those swings, and it looks like Hypernova is he's in a position where his team is getting outgunned currently. So I think that he's losing the match, and so it's like a little bit of underdog bias here going on. We've got
For sure.
Dynamo moving. Looks like he moved to do an attack. I guess he moved into range 3 of Rocket to get the shielding up, I think is what the idea was there. And he rolls 5 successes out of 5. Nice hits. I think that's going to be enough to put down Star-Lord. He's also... Okay, hold on. That could be Thanos, though, actually. Because it was probably a beam. I'm imagining it being a beam. It was Thanos. Okay, Thanos is shocked. And now we're going into Star-Lord. 3. We've got 2 blocks with Star-Lord because of cover. 4 total with 4 and 2. That's enough to kill Star-Lord. Unless he's got a plucky here, I think, right? Yep, he has no shield, so he pluckies. And then he takes the cover for 3. Takes 1 damage.
It still has the foes reroll though, maybe.
Oh, yep, that's totally, you're right. There is a foe reroll coming up probably. There it is. This keeps him alive if he blocks it. And nope. So he takes exactly 2. That was pretty good. I mean, that's probably like the best that you could hope for realistically. Shocking Thanos and taking Star-Lord off the board there. Now it's a bummer that he used a move action to do that. But he really, I guess he just like man, I really would have liked to see him have done a range 2 place there. In order to, but maybe I missed the fact that he couldn't get the range and couldn't get the beam into hit those 2 characters if he only did the range 2 place. But
I think he only has. I think he was on 0 power.
Oh, he already disruption fielded a previous attack.
No. Sorry, he was on 0 power at the end of the turn, so he was only on 1. So he.
That's why he's at 3 now, and that's probably why he's the character with 3 now, which is what. Yep.
I guess he could have maybe. At the start of the turn, we were looking at the beam into the.
He had Groot and Rocket. He had a double. He had a beam into them, right? And then you place 2, and then you beam into the.
Yeah.
That's probably would have been better, but, I mean, there's obviously, that's just us thinking that. Like, obviously, he's probably thinking his own ideas and maybe had his own reasons for it. Like Groot getting more power might have been a bad thing, and could have like spendered into Goblin or something, right? And then I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So 1 power puts Groot's auto stagger spender online. Yeah, I mean backseat MCP is much easier than playing it.
Yeah, I guess. Talking about this game is a lot. You know what? I'm feeling no real pressure, okay? It's quite different than actually playing the game when a bunch of people are watching.
Yeah, for sure. But that puts our disruption field online, so maybe Mysterio can live through the next activation.
Yeah.
And if you can keep Grand Illusion up, do you think Goblin's got a chance of dazing Thanos through?
I think. I mean, either Rhino or Goblin could do it.
Yeah, Rhino.
They both could potentially do it. We do have a disruption field going up here. We're getting 5. Somebody is attacking. That is accurate.
Yeah. 5 dice feels like Groot, doesn't it? Fishing for
It could be, yeah. That's very true. Since we're not seeing any displacement off that wild, I would imagine that's a Groot attack. We're getting the disruption field now. Yeah, okay, so we're not there yet. We're not at the point where the wilds would have mattered yet. Let's see what Diomlord converts with those, rerolling those 2 dice from disruption field.
So if this is Groot, he or actually Groot is shocked. So this
Oh, I see. It's got to be Thanos since these. Oh no, hold on. It has to be Thanos, right?
Yeah, because he's shocked. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay.
No. I saw the shock by Groot, so realized that was wrong. But yeah, it is probably Thanos.
There it is. Yep. So Mysterio is off the board. Ouch.
Yuck.
And Thanos has another action left. Reality gem questions are what stalled the clock there. That they're burning. Jomonji says they're burning their clocks. I don't know. I feel like there's like so much time left for both players. There's definitely more. No one's gonna go to clocks. No one's gonna go to time here. I don't think the game
Okay,
is.
so did he roll? Did he roll a skull and change it to a crit? And that's what using the dice face that you were mentioning before, or
Maybe. I'm not. I'm not sure. I didn't see. I didn't see it. I didn't see any skulls being rolled there. But I mean, let's look back in the chat here. We have Reds. We had Blue roll. He rolled 3 hits and a crit and a blank. And so the way that worked would be that crit becomes a skull, but then it becomes a crit again. So they didn't change any
that's
dice faces.
that's fucking stupid.
It's wild, eh? Wild, pretty wild. Oh, here we go. We got 4 power paid on Thanos. 5 power. I think we're. Oh no, sorry. We have 3 power paid on Thanos. What are we doing? We're doing a spender. We're doing the spender attack. That 5 dice energy that you can bulk up to 8. So it'll be down to 7 because of the shock condition. 7 dice. And look at that. Wow. Holy moly. We have 6 successes into Goblin, who blocks only 1. Wow. Ouch. I can't get him. It won't get him. But
Why no power to Cosmos, you big baby? That was the the
yeah,
moment.
I know. It definitely was. With no disruption field online, and it would have been awesome to see. But he has 7 successes now, and he has 1 block. Takes 6 on Goblin. Holy moly. I'm playing. I'm never gonna play. I'm never not gonna play Guardians. This is ridiculous. Oh man, this team is is doing work right now. Oh man, look at that. He's setting up the booby trap. It doesn't matter. Just push him anywhere. I guess like you want him outside of the zone. You're gonna clip Groot if you go that angle. Oh no, it barely misses.
Nice.
Okay, so we have tricks and traps here. Look at this. He needs just a crit or a wild. Booby traps. Oh, misses it. Oh man, that would have been. Oh man, just like that's like if he hit that there, it just would have been like salt in the wounds kind of situation. Yeah, trick the trap house. That's exactly right. Can you imagine? Uh, Goblin dying from tricks and traps. Oh man, this brutal. Okay.
So, Cosmic Portal on the Rhino.
Yep.
Looks like it does nothing.
He's got a
Looks like
space gem. Yeah.
it does nothing. Probably would have been
Better
nicer to move.
on Dynamo, who has already activated and can't do anything.
Yeah.
But it's oh, you know what? Rhino was body blocking the researcher. Is probably the situation. But I think you could have, just like you said though, you could have accomplished the same thing, but with Dynamo off the point.
Points don't matter, mate. Points don't matter. Just
Can't trick the Trapos. There we go. That makes sense. So we have Goblin's going to activate, I'm sure, because he is going to be dazed very soon. So we're probably going to see some sort of like hit and run play with maybe a spender and a builder. He also has enough power to do tricks or trick and treat. But Yeah, like so if anyone moves on the Guardians team, he could blow up a terrain piece. It puts a lot of it makes it uncomfortable for the Guardians player if they had low health, but none of them are in that situation right now.
Yeah, this is the situation I normally make a mistake when you've got a character one away from dazing, and you spend all the power, and then when you do get dazed, you wake up with only one power.
Yeah, that's
But
it's interesting.
I guess Goblin counters that somehow. He's got that power generation ability on his flip side. But I'd be looking to keep a bit of power to have a good priority activation next turn.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's see. We've got a hit and run spender into Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill has full health right now. He has power 4 reduction. Let's see. But if he does, let's see what we roll here. We've got a total block on Bill. So that's a bummer. Because if you... man, that's such a bummer, man. Because if you do damage, you get to put like poison, bleed, incinerate. Or no, it's just... No, sorry. It's... I think it's I don't know. Let's check the card. Because that's right here.
Does Goblin not meet your leader criteria?
No. I'm sorry to say to all the Spiderfoe lovers. But you need to do damage and you get poison and incinerate. Oh man, that's a bummer. So when like those types of attacks that are based on damage, it's like it hurts extra when you. Oh man, Vodka Blitz also mentions that Beta Ray Bill is immune to every condition that Green Goblin could possibly dish out. Yeah, so it's like Goblin, like not only is Goblin just like he's an okay character, but he also is not good into Beta Ray Bell, who is like in every single list right now.
Yeah, none of his conditions work, and he himself is flying, so Beta Ray Bill gets to
Yeah.
gets to yeah, hates being shocked as well. So
Right.
great.
Exactly.
What a day to be Green Goblin.
Goblin is a 3 threat. 3 threat. That's what Joe's saying. Yep. I mean, he can feel like that. He can feel like that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'd have been tempted to have Goblin be take that position Cassandra Nova took early in the game. So because at least when there's a price to dazing him.
Yeah.
So he could have woken up and been sort of Tokyo dangerous afterwards.
That's totally fair.
But obviously it's very easy to look back. But that's something to consider at deployment. Sort of knowing that you won't have the last activation and you're going to be the one to sort of speculatively commit to the researcher models for serve up models. Is that maybe Goblin was a good candidate to serve up because he doesn't do so much on his front side and gets
He gets way better on his. Yeah, he does.
yeah.
He's a little more fragile, so you'd have to play him a little more differently, probably.
Yeah,
Bill
absolutely.
aggressive from that damage. So he must have attacked Bill. Yeah, he attacked Bill, did 1 damage to Bill, who then aggressive into the spot here. So we're looking at Groot into Dynamo. All right, so we have 3 into 2. Looks like Dynamo's taking 1. I think that going into Dynamo here wasn't necessary. But I mean, you're charging him up. Maybe he's like he has a plan for Goblin to push through that one last damage. But you're just giving Dynamo Disruption Field. So Groot's done. We've got just Rhino and Rocket left, it looks like. Oh, and sorry,
Yep.
Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill,
Bill.
Rocket. So, and Rhino on Isaac's side. You just have to go all in. Just start. Just stampede, attack, throw its terrain. It's crazy that Diomlord hasn't played a single card yet. Very powerful cards are very powerful things you can do in the game, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah, well, I guess he hasn't had to deal with a spike or anything to sort of qualify recal. Yeah, he's still just sitting on the active ones.
Yeah, Matt, you're joining you're witnessing a a beatdown. All right, the Guardians are putting in work right now. So we've got Rhino trying to make a comeback here into Bill, I think, is what I saw. So, man, Bill rolls enough. He's gonna live this time. You're gonna cry in your pillow. Yeah, Miss Spiderfoes are always like the people's. People love to root for the Spiderfoes. That's for sure. They're a lot of fun to root for.
Yeah, they are awesome. They're really flavorful. When you play against them, it feels like they captured the Peter Parker's villains really well.
Rich mid won his match, and it was a really close one. It came down to a couple of rolls at the very end of the game. It was a good match. You should check it out. I've got it. Now that you say that, you can check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe when you get a chance. All right, we've got Rhino's looking like one more action left. And so let's see if what he does with this. Terrain throw. No brace on Diomlord's side. So Bill could go down here if he only blocks. If he blocks nothing, he dies. Okay. So he's gonna live if he pays power, which I'm sure he will. Like, because why not? There we go. Now Rhino does have a second action, and there he's gonna attack Bill here with it. This might, after, if you place before damage, you might be able to hit that scoundrel. So we got 3 and nothing for Bill. Looks like Bill's going down. What's
I was playing recal.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure if Diomlord forgot he had cards. All right.
Did full Guardians mode. Just
yeah, yep. Okay, so he gets a phenomenal block. Look at that, 4 blocks on Bill. What a damn good recal there. Holy moly, that's incredible. That saves his activation. I mean, that's why he played her. He played recal because Bill hasn't activated yet. Oh, he's not on the point. Oh, actually, sorry, we're playing on a preloaded or a reloaded saved map, so he's definitely on the point. Okay, so.
But yeah, I think Bill's throws online now, isn't it? So he can chuck Rhino for damage.
Yeah.
He can,
just throw Goblin and a Rhino to force the brace out, and then next round you just throw them all into each other. All 3 of them are big boys.
Yeah, I guess he still needs to. Oh, he's got Rocket as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. All right, Goblin needs to get a block here. He needs to block all the damage if he wants to live. Nope. Okay, so it's, oh man.
I'd have been tempted to not daze Goblin there. I think he's so much more vulnerable with 1 health on his healthy side than he
Yeah.
is. Like what's he gonna do next turn with 1 health and 2 power?
Yeah.
Whereas now he's sort of he's unlocked, isn't he? And then could focus his everything next turn on taking down Dynamo or Rhino or something, and just letting Goblin do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's totally fair. He will have a lot of output with no brace on Diomlord's side too. Like you might have a great activation next round now that he's gonna be able to like do that charging superpower, the pounce. Okay, we have
Yeah.
another 4 dice are into nothing with what? How much damage? Who's taking that? Looks like, what are we seeing? We're seeing a reroll from Rocket. That was his winging it token, I think. And who's taking the damage? It's Rhino taking the damage. Has 1 from cover, so he takes 2. Okay, so Bill's going now. Looks like he's going to be throwing, or he's rethinking it. Oh, here we go. We got a Death's Decree into Rhino. So I think it's a 7 dice physical is what we're seeing. Holy moly, we got 3 crits.
This is disgusting.
6. That is pretty brutal. 6 into 1 block. He's gone, right? He's gone. That's Rhino dead. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, hold on. He's living on 1. How? 6 into 1. He's got cover. Cover keeps him alive by 1. But I mean, that was the first attack from Bill. You just now there's no damage reduction. There's just cover because Rhino's damage reduction only works if you've got more than 1 health left.
He could have thrown Rhino into Goblin first and taken away cover.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, I think he did mix that up a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to matter.
No, of course it won't. But
1 block. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty significant roll right there for. Okay, he did the God Hunter. That's why he was able to roll so many dice, I think. But either way, oh man. Well, that's wild. Okay.
cool. What do you do?
Okay.
What's the commentary position like in games like this, Lucas? When it's Dynamo versus 4 Guardians of the Galaxy, how do you hype it up? How do you hype it up?
Oh man. Tune in next time. I think I'm going to be streaming at 8 o'clock in about 30 minutes from now. I'm going to ask the players if I can join their stream. All right, so make sure you guys tune in. Yeah, that's just rough. Yeah, this game is not winnable for Isaac. So let's see how resilient he is, and how game he is to play the rest of this. He's measuring for Thanos, it looks like, who is off the point. So it looks like we're gonna get Diomlord scoring. Oh, Rocket's off the point. So Isaac does have a 1 VP lead. Let's see if he can hold on to it going into the next round, after the end of next round. Ah man, that's how could he do this? He would have to. I mean, there's a world where he can flip all these characters, but I don't know if he can do it twice in a row. Just beams everyone. Yeah, I mean, he certainly will try. Charge into... Oh, man. Like, I don't know. The only way this is going to work well for you is if you, like, take out 3 characters with Goblin or something. You've got to, like, attack... how much power do you have? You've got enough. Okay. So you charge into... Oh, man, that's brutal. You have to charge into Bill because your attacks have to super spike into Thanos and Groot. But let's see what he does here. He's doing a spender into Beta Ray Bill. And we're seeing it's just we're not seeing what we need out of Goblin. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Spiderfoot players who are watching this massacre. This the Guardians player is Diomlord is playing well and rolling well. It's hard to beat that when you've got one of the best attrition teams in the game.
Yeah, horrible combination.
Let's see, and look at that. We have a blanked out roll on Hypernova, so he does double spender and doesn't connect any damage through. That's pretty sad. I mean, there's nothing really to say. It's oh man, such a bummer.
Yeah, it's especially disappointing because of the nature of the event. You know, after you battle for 6 weeks to qualify, and then
Yeah.
and then
And then you get researcher, and then you get researcher.
Yeah, not only do you get researcher, but it's not Thanos who's doing it. It's Peter Ray Bill's his strike, Peter Ray Bill's strike attack.
Oh man, the Guardians players are like they're just like serial killers, right? They've just like they've got no empathy.
Yeah, multiple offenders, aren't they?
They'll just put the boot. They'll just like they'll just put the boot on you. All right, they're stomping you down when you're like trying to swing from the ground. They're just stomping you. Oh my gosh, it's ruthless. I think we're having Rocket shoot into Crimson Dynamo here. And we had Crimson Dynamo pay 2 for Disruption Field. And he still rolls 5. It's pretty impressive. It looks like taking 2 on Dynamo. We have enough for a spender, I believe. So we're going to see that, I would imagine. Unless that was a spender. Oh no, that was Groot. That was Groot going into... Ouch. So Groot's going into somebody with a Death's Decree. Hold on. What did I... Maybe I'm wrong. What's happening?
No, you're right. They've ticked him.
We played We Are Groot. We Are Groot was played. Okay. Rocket went in Dynamo. Groot paid for We Are Groot. Yeah. That healed Thanos. And yeah, I don't think Rocket had taken any damage. It was really just to pay. You had extra power, so you just paid for.
So you're gonna play Ghost Rider next round, Lucas. What's the deal?
Well, you know what? I would. If my opponent, who I don't know who it is yet, is watching this, I would agree to a mutual truce where neither player plays Ghost Rider, a Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Mutually, just like the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, I would do that. I would be willing to play. I'd do that. However, if they don't agree to it, yes, I am probably playing CGR.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's in my
yeah,
list.
yeah.
He'll be in my list. All right, so either you'll play him as a counter. I think I'm gonna probably play a similar list to what I played last time, like a pay to flip Ghost Rider list. So I
Sweet. Is
so I
that
play different. I have different game plans for if I win or lose priority. That's probably what I'll play.
type? Is that with Guardians?
It was with Guardians. It's Curtis. Curtis gave me the advice. He just said play whatever affiliation you want, but then just splash Star-Lord, Bill, and Ghost Rider, and now you've got a top tier dual affiliation. Like that's the pro tech. So I'll probably just do
It's
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. That's complicated.
Just yeah. I mean, it'll turn. Just putting Cosmic Ghost Rider in your list like immediately turns you into a hyper aggressive affiliation. It's okay, but anyway, we've got Dynamo being attacked. Groot is activating. He's attacking here, so we've got into Dynamo. I think. Yeah, he's just trying to. He was trying to stop Dynamo from even getting a turn this round, and he got very close. He's at 1 health left. Matt says Goblin's injured side should literally be a 5 health CGR. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, right? I mean, like, hold on. Should literally be. I mean, like, it's close. It's so close, right? Because it's you can't interact at all. You gain power. It's the only problem is that you've got a 6 dice attack, range 4. You just don't count skulls. You've got a spender. That is, I mean, the spender is a problem.
You don't
It's pretty
you
funny
don't
how it is like a
pull 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 and incinerate people.
yeah. He needs output. Think of Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider, as just like a really strong Green Goblin, injured Green Goblin on both sides. Is basically that's what Cosmic Ghost Rider is. Okay, so we have Thanos did a space gem into Green Goblin, who's attacking now. We've got 5 successes into 4 blocks. Very strong on both sides, so nothing significant goes through, but it might be enough.
Six successes.
6 into 4, so 2. And a throw too, actually. So maybe you just throw into Bill for a 3rd damage. And then you have to force the brace. Because Bill's already dazed, right? Yeah, you could just throw into Bill here. Okay, so he's opting to just throw him straight back for no damage. But he's going to do the spender now. Oh, hold on, he only has 1 power. Has he gained his power yet? No, he couldn't have. My stream just ended abruptly. Uh-oh. Looks like my stream is offline right now. Okay. Well, that's okay because I will, it doesn't matter. Okay. That's good to know. Let me see if it's working. Okay. Just got back in, so it looks like we're back on. All right. Are we back online, guys? I mean, it looks like I'm online. All right. Well, anyway, the game's almost over here. Perfect. All right, cool. So, well, I'm glad you guys are tuning in right to the bitter end. You're really supporting the Isaac here, who's battling for his life. The game is called. All right, so Jim, let's jump into their chat.
Okay, see you in a second.
Yeah.
If you since you're the one, it was the last activation. So yeah, you put a score as is, so it would be 7-5 for Diomlord.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You put it as is.
Okay.
Sounds good. I've got the long strings right here, so I'll just do that real quick.
Okay.
What's up, Lucas?
Hey guys, the Nova, you're a brave soul for going against such a very strong attrition list. What was your thinking going into the crisis combination with your team?
I was actually not too. Of course, the one thing that I did not want to pull was Researcher,
Yeah.
but I think I liked it more than Demons or Gamma. I liked what I had. I just after the 9 dice or 9 hits from a Bill Builder, kind of got razzled a little bit. But
Yeah.
like if that didn't happen, I think I was in a much better spot. But we tried.
Yeah, it's interesting because like if Nova takes one less damage there, you win the Researcher. He could throw you away actually. So, yeah, it was that taking like having her days round one really set the game in Diomlord's favor pretty heavily, I would say. Yeah, I mean, basically you had to claw your way back right from like round two onward, and that's tough for any player into a team that is like trying to kill you as aggressively as the Guardians are.
Absolutely. And I also, after that, played a little sloppy. I missed the Cassandra tricks and traps off the mental domination walk. I meant to do that, but I forgot.
Yeah, the Cassandra Nova is a tough pick here because you because if Thanos can reduce to 0 and you don't get to move off of it, and same with
Yep.
Beta Ray Bill. It was just like I think that unfortunately she was like up against two of her opponents that give her a lot of trouble.
And I wasn't sure if he was going to bring the
Yeah,
CGR or Thanos.
that is pretty tricky. DM Lord, are you there? Congrats on making the top 16 for this season. What were your thoughts? Were you happy with the crisis combination that came up, and what were your thoughts on CGR versus Thanos here?
Yeah. My idea with a researcher is that Thanos is still very good, also after the nerf.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe playing Cosmic, but in the end I gave trust to Thanos. Also, I thought that I didn't like Cassandra into Thanos, but maybe the opponent was thinking I'm going to play Cosmic, but in the end he made the right choice, play Cassandra, I think, because it's annoying for Thanos.
Right.
Yeah, while on how you were saying on the strike with Bill into Cassandra, my idea was just to get one power to throw her away,
Yeah.
but then he skyrocket into Cassandra.
Yeah, that was pretty strong. Let's see, Jim. Do you have any questions for the players?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously you both touched on how outrageous that Bill Builder was. So Isaac, do you have any?
Yes.
You were obviously still playing really well and trying to play it out. Did you like how much did you rage like after that? Did you give yourself a minute to calm down, or did you
It was more. I was just like a little. Felt like a little like a slight little snap. Not anything bad, but just enough to slightly, I guess, tilt me a little. But it was definitely probably recoverable. I just should have kept the mental a little stronger sooner and not missed like a couple of little triggers. But that's on me.
No, definitely not. It's so hard. I mean, I might have just uninstalled TTS at that point. pretty awful.
Yeah.
But when that crisis popped out, and I imagine Lorenzo selected 20 threat, did you consider going wider than 5, try and get the last activation?
I
Because
did.
Did you have did you have like things like Lizard in you? I didn't see your full 10 characters.
I did have Lizard. It's just I didn't really have a great plan for this exact setup. I've never played this one, Scoundrels and Researcher. I liked I thought having priority for most of the game would be good to stagger Thanos, make him walk every time with Cassandra. But it just didn't turn out that way. But that was my thought process. And I wasn't and I had no idea what he was gonna bring. So it was well played.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing with the new Guardians rosters there. Thanos plus Ghost Rider is that it's the same game plan, but it's quite different in the way that it actually plays, isn't it? So
Yep, and another thing that I found out was if I wanted to do the 6 wide, I didn't have 5 tactics cards that did not, or like my 5th one would involve an extract of some kind.
right.
So that is something that I did not think about, that I did find out from this game. So that's a cool learning thing. It's like robbery, well-laid plans. Could have taken signature traps, but it wouldn't do too much here.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Well, yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for letting us stream the game. I appreciate it very much, and I think all the players and the other viewers really appreciate it. So I'm gonna end the stream now. So have a great night, and I'll catch you guys hopefully in a future game, in a future match.
Sounds good. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you,
Have
Jim.
a good evening, y'all.
Thank you.
Good luck in the next round, Lorenzo. And cheers, Isaac.
Good luck, sir. Yes. Have a good night, guys.